Cornelius Beckham Jr. What do you think? What do you think of that
You're
middle name?
stealing my thunder on the middle names because Jimmy set up the outline because I'm a loser and played video games for the last 4 days. But
Someone had to
yeah,
put around here.
that's like a great, as somebody with a great middle name and a family middle name, how do you feel about there being two Odell Cornelius Beckhams out there?
I mean, it's a legacy. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a third with that name. There has to be.
Oh, it's going on forever. Like that Cornelius is like the smart person name too.
Oh yeah. Every time we do this, there's always like a good middle name. I like it, but
There's a couple of them.
yeah, we'll get to them.
Yeah, we'll get there. We don't want to jump ahead. Yeah, went to LSU. We're not doing the whole deep dive on him because there's too many of them.
And honestly, I
I
don't
like.
really care about his. But
Yeah, I mean, he went to LSU and he was really good, and him and Jarvis Landry were great. Like, who would have thought that that team wouldn't have won any games really? Like, they weren't that. I mean, it was
yeah,
a good LSU team, but it wasn't that great. All right, dead air. The 2019 stats here.
yeah, but that's all right.
It's
2019
fine.
stats for it.
Yeah, so like the 74 receptions for 1035, 1035 yards. So this is like the first year in a long time that the Browns had two wide receivers over 1,000 yards, and it was still like an underwhelming season because they were both hurt and still put over 1,000 yards each,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean,
But
the numbers are good when you look at them in retrospect, but it's just so disappointing because it was supposed to be such a good season between the two of them. You know, you just wish they had come touchdowns really. But you're happy with the yardage. It just doesn't seem like it because there's such a cloud over those guys. You know, but
Well, and I mean, with the injuries, like the touchdown numbers, he only had four. Like that's not good. But I mean, you have the big plays that get you into scoring position, and then you have one of the best running backs in the league, and you don't hand him the ball. You give your second-year quarterback the ball and throws interceptions in the red zone all the time. Like that was the
yeah,
offense last
yeah.
year. Not taking layups. You have a big thing on off the field issues with Odell Beckham. You can lead this off because I don't give a shit about any of his off field stuff.
No, I don't either. I just like discussing them because I think they're good talking points, and we can debate whether it's an issue or not. But the obviously the LSU championship game this past winter, after the game, handing out bundles of cash to juniors and seniors, some people that are returning to the NCAA next season, automatically violating NCAA rules for those
It
players. What do
was
you think about
fake
that?
cash. It was fake cash was the story.
Yeah, my favorite part of that story is assaulting a police officer by slapping him on the rear while they were smoking cigars in the locker room.
Yeah, and the game was in New Orleans. Like
Yeah,
you have to assume the guy's a Tigers fan. So why wouldn't he be like
I don't
all about
understand.
it?
Yeah, I it's a dumb talking point, but it's a talking point nonetheless. It happened. It shouldn't have happened. It's
Well,
not an
my
issue.
favorite part, so like McAfee share it like on his commercials in there, like it has like the kicker for Clemson kicking that long field goal against
Yeah,
LSU, and like Odell's right next to him, and like he's obviously drunk as shit. Like, and it's like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
cool, like have a good time. You're back home, like it's the national championship. Have fun, like get it done,
Yeah, it's the offseason. Yeah,
and give cash away. Who gives a shit? I mean, he didn't have enough money to give him that much money.
yeah. I just think it's crazy he carried that around the entire game.
Well, that's what he's like,
In like
and
a
that's
fanny pack or something.
right. And I mean, it's even like you have on here, like the things that you have an issue with is like the uniform compliance, like little ticky tack dumb bullshit. Um, I
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's good.
I could say you. I didn't like the watch thing. I didn't care he was wearing the watch. I cared that he was wearing the watch out of like defiance to the NFL and causing a distraction. That was my only
He's got
thing.
to get the money. He's got to get the
Yeah,
sponsorship.
no, I get, but I don't. If you're Odell Beckham Jr. and you're coming to a new team and you guys have a ton of hype, you don't need the distraction. Just don't wear the fucking watch.
That's when you get the money, though. Like any attention to Cleveland is a good thing. It gets the eyeballs on it. It gets more people. You can like it's a good city. Like I like to shit on it because you're close. Like the thing I was gonna say off the top that I forgot is that like Milwaukee's so different from Cleveland that like it's a nice hardworking town, but there's not 37 t-shirt companies talking about how great it is.
Yeah.
So like any attention from Cleveland or to Cleveland from anywhere outside of Cleveland is cool. And like he's bringing it in, like you're getting watch sponsors. It's like when LeBron was in Cleveland the second time, where like they were talking about it being like the second New York. Like they're getting attention there, and you're getting sponsorship money in there. People are watching the games, and it's cool. And I mean, you want them to step up to it, but like it's almost like the Myles Garrett thing all over again, or the Baker thing all over again. Like it's not that big of a deal. He's not even making that big deal about it. And he's even being defiant because he's like, well, if I stop doing this, what's next? Like, who cares if I wear a watch? It's not affecting the game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, the NFL shouldn't be such a hard ass about it. But I don't like the talking points. I'd rather stay out of the news. I'm a, stay under the radar kind of guy. But that's just me.
Well, it's an entertainment business. Like football isn't even a game anymore. Like it's entertainment. Like and that's what like everybody. I almost am excited for like everybody to kneel and all these like old white assholes who are like, you need to respect the game that gave you. It's like it's a fucking game and makes so much money. It's entertainment. Like you're watching it to see what Odell Beckham's gonna do. Like that's what you watch him for. That's why he's made so much money. That's why you watched the Browns last year, is because it was like, how's Odell, Jarvis, and OBJ and Baker all gonna fit together? And it's like that's why you're watching. Let's sit back and enjoy it. And there's fun in between. Like the game's still fun, but like get your old man shit out of here. Like it's all entertainment.
Maybe I'm an old man. Oh God.
Like you're an old dad. You're gonna be sitting outside and be like, they just don't play it like they used to.
Yeah.
I like my Browns with less wins and less attention.
Right.
I only get my sports news from Mary Kay Cabot. That's all I want.
She had it first, man. She had it first.
Oh, dude, that like, have you seen the Browns beat toaster or whatever it is?
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like he'll just be like, "I had it first." Like, it's so funny. Football, it's